Ladies and gentlemen, this is the history of Call of Duty zombie glitches from Nacht and Toten to Modern Warfare 3 by Noble Swag 13. I mean, let's just get into this, baby. Started from Nacht and Toten.
But in the meantime,
let's get into this, baby.
Glitches. So let's get straight into
let's
it.
See it, man. I'm excited.
Now, Nacht, if you know, was the first ever zombies map.
Of course.
And due to it being kind of a side project for the development team, it was, you know, not really
filled
put
with
full thought
glitches
and care into it because
yeah,
they weren't even sure if they would be able to get it out into the game.
100%.
So they obviously didn't polish up the map to its full potential, and that's why it's kind of a little clanky and lackluster compared to other World at War maps. But Nacht, if you know, has many glitches due to what I just explained right there. It has a lot of infamous parkour glitches. One that I know of is on the spiral stairs and spawn. If you jump up on,
bro, that one was so bad where you were able to go up to the couch and then jump off. A lot of these are patched. I believe that one is patched, but still, what a
I got interrupted by someone
Easter egg
who rudely barged into my room.
That was serious. Like,
if you jump on,
that was literally the Easter egg of Nacht. Nacht had like every single pile up glitch ever. There were so many easy ones where you could just like stand in a corner and then be able to get it.
Like,
it was so easy.
There's like a little corner sticking out on the spiral stairs. If I have a picture, I'll show it right now. You were able to jump up there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Literally, look at that. Bro's doing this on Tranzit too. They even have it on Transit. That is hilarious.
There was also
oh my gosh,
certain like spot on spawn, like a corner under the stairs that would be potentially put you in God mode.
Yes, that was patched. That was only in World at War zombies, from what I know.
I don't know if these two glitches, since is infamous for its many glitches.
The only one pile-up glitch that works on Nacht and Toten, I believe, is in the room where the cabinet is.
I don't know if they have any more detail to them.
Yeah, all of them have been patched.
To this day.
No, unfortunately.
I guess you'll just have to find out after the video. Go check it out yourself.
Sucks. Even some came on Zombie Chronicles, but they also
there's another infamous
God
mode glitch on Nacht. Upstairs, there's a grenade wall by.
Yes.
It said that if you jump to it or get into the door in a certain spot, you will be able to be placed into like an invisible God mode glitch in which the zombies will come to where you jumped at.
Yeah, this was only in World at War, and it's so awesome because I used to be a huge glitcher back in COD Zombies, and so seeing these glitches evolve,
but they won't see,
is going to be so interesting for me.
But
yeah, all of them in Nacht are stationary.
They'll just be standing still and
glitches.
You can kill them, but
there's nothing that crazy.
Most speedrunners and people that play the game don't really do this glitch anymore.
No, man. Most people just pick up the thunder gun, bro.
Speaking of that grenade spot, there's actually a way to get negative points. I don't know why you would want to do it, but there's a way you can do it on Nacht. If you get to a certain point level, I'm not sure how much it costs. I think it's like $250 for a grenade. But you get to a certain point range and you buy grenades, it will actually put you into a negative percentage of points. And obviously you can't buy nothing because it's negative points.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, some glitches, sure, they can pile up and help you take out the zombies, but they can also be game breaking, like he's saying, with the negative points.
You can get yourself out of that negative percentage by
that's
earning
insane.
Points.
Yeah.
And you could do the process over and over again as you please. Like I said, I don't really know why you would want to go into a negative point percentage, but you can do it.
I mean, sometimes if you're still allowed to buy grenades,
that's enough on Nacht.
You can get to round 100, bro. For real.
Verruckt, my personal favorite.
Verruckt, I don't know many.
Made sure I included this glitch in.
What are the Verruckt?
If you don't know, there's the popular, popular discussion about Verruckt, how it added a bipod attachment to an LMG in the game, but there's no places to deploy the bipod.
Oh, true.
That is a glitch. If you don't know the bipod attachment in Call of Duty and in real life and any other forms of media that have this weapon attachment, basically you could deploy onto like surfaces and just have a more steady like reach and shooting.
Yeah, but it just never came out in Verruckt, did it? I can't remember how it was accessible.
If you play fucking Call of Duty and have the bipod attachment on your LMG, you will know what I'm talking about. You're able to deploy onto surfaces and use it as such.
Yeah.
So people were excited. They saw it in the trailer even. You were actually supposed to be able to do it in the pantry room where John Banana died, the banana room. You're supposed to deploy it on that table, and it would work.
Yeah, over the counter area.
Now,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Obviously, you can't do this in the real game, but there is a way you still can use the bipod LMG. It's not completely useless.
I think the bipod is also only on World at War. I don't believe it's on BO1 or BO3.
If you get up and you can only do this in co-op. If you get a co-op player to crouch in front of you and at an angle, you can deploy it onto their shoulders and use it.
I forgot.
It's a terrible method. There's no reason you should be doing this.
Yeah, so the bipod only works when you have other people. And I guess that was like the OG style of camping where you had one person crouched in front of you and you would stand behind them and you'd all shoot.
It's doable.
That's crazy.
I don't think there's any video evidence or images of someone doing it, but
wow.
I know there's a sketch drawing of
No, that is so OG though.
Let's
how
just
it's
move on
made.
to Shi No Numa.
Shi No Numa, one of my favorites, is that you can literally swim underneath the map on BO1's version and also not BO3, but only BO1. That was
Shi
one
No
of my
Numa
favorite
actually
glitches
has
ever.
a third weapon glitch. If you go into the comms room or the fishing hut, and the mystery box is in there, spin the box and then buy a perk, and while you're drinking the perk, it has that perk bottle animation, pick up the weapon from the box.
I never even knew that.
This
wow.
will give you a third weapon, and if you get down, I think the third weapon goes away just like mule kick, so you'll have to go back and do the process.
Literally mule kick on World at War. What the heck? That's
Hypothetically
insane.
speaking, you could do this on any of the areas in Shi No Numa, but I say the comms room and the fishing hut spots because
Probably the easiest,
the
yeah.
area where the perks and box are from, it can be easier to get to point A and then point B. Another Shi No Numa glitch is the Peter McCain glitch. Now,
Oh yeah, where you hit him, you knife him, you grenade him, and he can fall on top of you.
we all know Peter
And
McCain
then just
for
instant down you.
being hung and hanging on Shi No Numa and
Yeah,
all
I
of us
don't.
fucking around with his
Why
dead
would
body.
they? I feel like that was completely unintentional.
So if you actually jump or throw a grenade at like a certain angle, certain spot, his body will actually glitch and fall down. Some people mistook this for an Easter egg or an intended purpose.
Yeah,
by the game
honestly,
developers.
I think the way it works is that when a player's over top of you, you down as well. So I guess they just assume that Peter McCain is like a static playable character in a way. It's kind of weird.
But it's actually just a glitch. It will like bounce on the ground for a little bit. And if you actually go up to the body itself, it will kill you and instantly end your game.
Wow.
I've personally not been able to do this glitch, but I think it still can be done on OG Shi No Numa.
It can be done on OG BO1, not BO3. And so that's where it's like, Shi No Numa is an interesting map because on every single variation, there's different glitches. There's probably also different glitches on the Vanguard version, but
I think you could do it
we
on
ain't talk about that.
BO3 Chronicles, though. There's another glitch on Shi No Numa that a lot of speedrunners in the zombies community uses for the Shi No Numa high rounds. Speaking of the high round community in zombies,
Is this the instant?
they use a lot of glitches to exploit the game so they can make it quicker to get high rounds. Speaking of that, like high round glitches and high rounds themselves are a glitch because the game doesn't intend you to get to that high enough round, so it automatically.
It's true. I mean, what round does Treyarch realistically intend for people to get on like these old G World at War maps? Like maybe 30?
Reset
Maybe?
the match
I don't
for
know.
you,
That's
or
a great
kick you out
question.
The match across your crush.
Not 8,000 like what freaking Krups has done on Nacht, man. Crazy,
Wow, I can't
bro.
speak. Crash your console. I'm rusty. I haven't been recording. But yeah, it'll crash your console. It'll do all sorts of stuff. I think you've seen compilation videos, I'm sure, on YouTube of like famous high rounders like Krups or
Bro, for real.
my mind's blank.
Yeah, I mean, basically that is true. He's talking about the insta-kill rounds. That is a glitch specifically to World at War. I mean, it does come out in the later games, but it's a lot different with the reset timers and whatnot.
And I can't name any
So,
others. But
yeah, World
you
of
can
War
see
did
these videos.
technically
They get you,
introduce that
like
glitch.
1,000 rounds,
Yeah,
and their game will crash because it's not intended to run that far.
yeah, that's so
Well, in
true.
Shi No Numa especially, there's a interesting insta-kill method that is used for, I think, dog rounds, so
Yeah.
they can get to higher rounds and skip over those dog rounds quicker.
Yeah, like insta-kill rounds come out on... I mean, it's true. World at War was really one of the first zombie maps for the insta-kill rounds to be introduced on. It was in Nacht and Toten, but we haven't found, like, the reset, at least on Nocturne and Toten, until very recently with Krups hitting it.
Now,
So,
I don't fully know.
yeah, it's
how
crazy. It's like glitches are being made, but they were already there. We're just discovering
glitch
them, you
or
know?
how to explain it to you. But any of my speedrunner fans or Mr. TLX5, if he didn't forget me, if you guys know how to explain this glitch, I'd love to know.
Yeah, it's just dependent on every map. Every map has a certain amount of memory in terms of like the binary integer, which is the largest number in the game, 2,147,483,647. Once you hit that, that's when the map resets. And so to hit that amount of entities, it's usually over 100 hours most of the time, unless you're playing BO1.
To do it, because I would love to burn 16 hours into just one playthrough of Shi No Numa on.
No, you would not. No, you would not.
Moving on, we're going to Riese. Now, Riese has this infamous, and I mean infamous glitch. Even players outside the zombies community know about this glitch. It's the Wonderwaff. It's why the Wonderwaff is a dog shit weapon on Riese.
Oh, bro, yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, you could technically include the super sprinters from Verruckt, as well as quicker vibe not working in World at War. That's technically a glitch, in my opinion. World at War Waff taking away your jug.
And if you have Juggernaut, which you should if you're a Call of Duty Zombies player, it's hypothetically speaking the best perk at the time. Widow's Mind will come around and snatch that crown from... In my opinion, it would snatch a crown. I don't want angry.
Well, yeah, it's funny because Widow's Wine would technically be better on Riese than Jug, especially when you can lose it with the Waff, man.
Middle-aged men coming at me talking about how Juggernog is superior. But anyways, if a zombie got close to you and you shot it with a Wonderwaff, it will like have this static effect on your screen and like stun you. But if you had Juggernog, it will actually disable the effect of Juggernog. And if you don't know what the perk does, it like increases your durability and has zombies. You can take more damage from them.
It's interesting because like Riese is the map where they add Pack Punch, and as soon as Pack Punch was added, a bunch of glitches started happening with the insta-kill rounds, and basically it taking a lot farther and longer to get to there. So it's interesting how with the new mechanics being added into zombies, it also adds new glitches.
So it would keep the icon on your screen that you have Juggernog, but it will take away the effect.
Yeah. And then on Verruckt, you could get Juggernog, where it's like you can take 25 hits on World at War.
And sometimes it would be
that's another
bipolar, and the glitch wouldn't happen, so you wouldn't know if you had the effect of Juggernog or if it got taken away. So
yeah, it was
you would
so
basically
annoying.
Be scared as shit if
that's why World at War I really do not play a lot over the years.
Another Riese glitch that I was not too knowledgeable about was when you're getting attacked by a zombie and you spam the switch weapon button. I know on PlayStation that's triangle. I think I want to say Y on Xbox. I'm not sure what the keybinds are.
What would happen when you switch weapons?
But if you spam that button whilst getting down, the next match you load into on Riese, you will be in third person.
What?
I honestly want to see some gameplay. I'm gonna Google this.
I feel like that's cap.
Whilst editing,
there's
and
no
I'll
shot.
add any images I can find.
They got the Modern Warfare 3 zombies, man.
Sounds cool and almost intended, but obviously it's not. Now going on to Kino.
It's interesting because World at War also has like a lot of these like glitched weapons where you can have like the finger guns in the game. There's a lot of strange glitches, and like with BO1. It just gets more amplified. You get more pile-up glitches with like claymores and
Toten,
all sorts of stuff.
This glitch can be done on World at War, but
and a lot of them aren't patched.
It's most popularly. Wow.
Then BO1 added the super knife lunge, where you could like literally knife to where the zombies are in the gameplay right now, and just fly. It was so busted. The super knife lunge was ridiculous.
Well known by Mr. TLX5 and Deji. I think we all know where I'm getting.
Yeah, the Deji hack,
quote unquote Deji hack glitch.
Like, but it's interesting because it's like it was in the game in World at War, like we're talking about with the Peter McCain stuff.
Could be done on Kino or Toten. I'm not actually sure if you could do it on World at War, but you could do it.
100% you can
on every game afterwards. I think. Including games that don't have the dolphin dive effect, like on Black Ops 3, as you're seeing in the clip right now.
Because as long as you are over top of somebody exactly, you will down. You could even have somebody stand on top of a ledge and then go underneath them, crouch underneath them, and you'll probably down.
Able to do it on my Eisendrache Easter egg run, and I did it with my friend Ken for the video. It's able to be done, and what it does is you get a player down in like a corner, and you're able to jump on top of their head. It will kill both of you, and I'm not sure if you're in a 4-player lobby if it'll kill everybody or just the 2 players that were doing the glitch.
Just the 2 players.
But it will, you know, end the match if you're in a 2-player lobby. It's a very fun glitch. I would recommend doing it if your friend doesn't.
For better drops, man.
What
can I say? For better drops.
And say it's like a round skipping glitch.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, that's kind of it for Kino. I mean, Kino, that was it. 5, you had that, like, table glitch, the infamous glitch, like, climbing on top of the window barriers.
Moving on Kino, there's also the Bowie knife. If you didn't know, the Bowie knife was very glitched on Kino.
I don't remember this.
If you hit other players in co-op, it would bounce them up a little bit. And
the
same thing happens with, like, zombies hitting you. It would kind of bounce you up. So players were able to get on top of that, like, I don't know what it's really called, but on the Kino main stage where the turret trap is, if you had a player come in front of you and you kind of Bowie knife them up at a certain angle, they would be able to hop on top of that.
Oh, so that was another way of also doing those super knife lunges, is just literally using the Bowie knife to push someone up. And it was so busted in the OG game. Honestly, I get it.
On top of the turret, but you got to be careful because you can get killed by the turret trap if you activate it.
That's so true.
Moving on from Kino, we're going to 5.
Yeah, there were so many invisible barriers where you could stand up and be a 1.
Now,
that was the big thing.
Actually has a lot of like glitches similar to the other one, like parkour glitches. Another really popular one is the 5 table glitch.
Of course, classic.
The method of doing this is you have to shoot the corner of a window and bury.
I believe it still isn't patched. There is a way to get it, but it's extremely much more difficult than it used to be.
I'm not sure if you needed speed cola, but the guide I saw for it said you needed speed cola to do it. But once you did it, it would kind of make like an invisible wall, and you would be able to hop on top of that wall and then hop onto the table.
The window barriers.
And just be on the middle 5, like, long table.
The classic screenshot, man. Look at that.
Then took this glitch out of the game for whatever reason. It wasn't necessarily game-breaking, but it was incredible to see. I wish I would be able to do it to this day. I think there's like old engines of 5 that you can still do it, but I don't know. You
can still do it. It's just, I think you have to like unplug your Ethernet cord or something.
5 glitches.
It's involved with that.
In the teleporter room, I think it's called the war room, but the downstairs room that you go into.
Yes.
You should be able to get hit by a zombie and hop onto those monitors and get into like a higher up position.
Yes, yeah. This is the big game for like the high up spots. You had this in Ascension. You could either parkour to them, super knife lunge to them.
I'm not sure.
BO1 was all about
do this
that.
one because there's less information on it.
Yes.
Next up, we go on to Ascension.
A lot of them
now,
you still can do.
The Ascension glitch that I'm about to talk about, I think I discussed in one of my hoax videos. But essentially, if on OG Ascension, I know you can't do this on BO3 because they patched it. But how the lunar landers work, those were the fast travels on Ascension. If you go onto the edge of it and bought it, it would glitch you outside of it, and
yeah, you could ride on top of it or basically ride outside the railings of it. It was so
you kind of had to
that has been patched. You can't do that now anymore.
Like jump out of it and it will launch you outside of the map, and you could roam the entire outside of Ascension, but you got to be careful because I think you would fall.
Again, all these maps have out of map glitches now because of the super knife lunge or because of the claymore glitch, where it would actually like make a slight barrier where you could like stand on and then you could push yourself out of the map. It was ridiculous. There were crazy glitches like that on Shangri-La specifically and Moon.
For the map at some different parts. And the reason I know you can't do this on BO3, well, there might be some exploits, but on BO3 Ascension, it automatically like sucks you into the center of it when you jump on. So
yeah, you can't do it anymore. Even on BO1,
I think they were making sure people wouldn't be able to do that glitch.
Yeah,
I don't know. They should have left all these old glitches on the Chronicle editions. It would have been much more fun.
I mean, Origins is such a great thing for that because there's so many glitches from BO2 Origins that aren't in BO3, like the fire staff glitch. But then it kind of is in there with the self-medication on BO3. There's so many bizarre glitches, man.
So going on, we're going to Call of the Dead. Now, Call of the Dead's, round 100 is just glitch in itself because it's basically impossible to do. But we're not.
Call of Duty has a lot of George Romero glitches, like hiding him in certain positions, making sure that you can't get him out. Bro, the freaking zipline glitch on Tog,
Speaking
bro.
of that right now,
That's what I think of with Call of Duty,
glitch
bro.
that I personally didn't know. Then again, I don't know too much knowledge on Call of Duty itself. It's one of the only zombie maps I never played.
Oh, sheesh. Gotta play it, my man, Noble.
I know,
it's
I'm about to
amazing.
get some hate for this.
Never
was able to get it on BO1. But I did play the remaster on my BO3 PC.
Hey, that's huge.
If it plays like that, then I'm gonna like Call it that. But
I mean, they basically play the same.
Essentially, if you shoot George while going down, it would freeze him permanently for the rest of the game.
Yeah, there were a bunch of ways to do it. Also, there were like VR11 glitches back in the day, even some scavenger glitches. Those have all been patched now, though. But there's a ton of super knife lunge glitches on Call of the Dead still.
Now, if this glitch is still doable to this day, I don't know why players don't do this. But
I think it's because it's considered cheating, right? Like, there's not a lot of glitchless speedrun world records, and so most people just don't care about these, which is stupid. They should, you know?
like, what it's saying is he won't freeze in place, like, where he's at. He'll go back to, you know, when you defeat George, like, you lose all of his health. He doesn't die like a regular mini-boss. He actually turns around and walks back to the spawn water and just goes underwater until the next round or the round afterwards.
Yeah, and there's ways to keep him there in the ground forever.
So what this is saying is that he'll go into that water and he won't come back out for the rest of your game on Call of Duty Dead. Like I said, I don't know if that glitch is still doable, because if it was, I think a lot more
I think it's doable on the BO3 version. BO1, I don't think so.
100ers will be doing that. I just called the speedrunning community round 100ers.
Round 100ers.
Going on the Shangri-La.
Yeah, round 100 is a rookie number for those guys.
And Shangri-La, that pack punch, where the pack punch is on top of the temple, if you like proned and back up into it, when the water comes back down and you're supposed to get launched down it, you would stay up there permanently and would...
Yeah, you fly up to this huge invisible barrier spot, and basically that was one of the glitches I actually was finding a part of with this character on YouTube named Guru Kid HD. I don't know if he still uploads, but like this guy and I were finding all these claymore glitches in the corner where it literally push you up to the top and get you on top of the map. It was sick. And then Moon, like you combine it with the anti-grav, you could fly like 1,000 meters above the biodome. It was crazy. Moon was busted. Like you could have all the zombies pile up to one spot in the game and nobody would be able to take after.
Would be able to fight.
It was insane.
Any like zombies from the spot. It would be a glitch spot. We're gonna skip Moon because I don't think... Actually, there is a Moon glitch.
Oh, there's a bunch on Moon. Again, it's all similar to what BO1 introduced. Like I said, the high spots and then the super knife lunge, but it was crazy.
I just remembered whilst, talking. On Moon, I don't know how it's done, but there's a way to glitch the hellhounds that are on No Man's Land onto the Moon.
Yeah, you can do that as well. You can also glitch the spaceman to be dancing. He dances like this with his hand. It's so funny, man.
I'm not sure if this is an intentional glitch or...
There's also QED glitches as well, like...
like how it's able to be done.
Moon's a very interesting map
but I know
glitches.
During, I think it was... I'm not sure who it was, but Lex was doing a Easter egg run on, I think, OG Moon with another content creator. And they were able to get the hellhounds onto the Moon somehow.
Yes.
I think it may have been Chopper, but it also was probably someone else.
I think it's just like glitching the game by teleporting back and forth. I remember Classified kind of had like a deal with that, where you'd have all the spawns in the pack punch area, you come back and they're just all there.
Anyway,
some weird gameplay.
Going on to Transit now. Transit, as we all know, is the greatest map of all time.
So many pile-up glitches. Again, with the buildables now, you'd have pile-up glitches where not only you'd be able to pile up, but you'd be infinitely be able to take them out with the electric trap and the turbine, man. There were so many wild glitches on Transit. Infinite turbines. Like, oh, it was just skipping rounds. I remember you could just skip rounds on Transit for some reason. It's all been patched.
Definitely doesn't have it,
but
all sorts of glitches.
Wild.
So
Transit has like so many glitches, but they've all pretty much been patched now. Now the only glitch is the map in and of itself, bro.
On Transit, there's so many fucking glitches. glitches.
There's a ton.
For one, the shield itself, they added in BO2 a new shield.
Yeah, and the shield could like make a barrier in between you and the zombies, bro. The buildables were busted.
A new shield,
Busted.
like mechanic into the game, and of course,
like the plant of the shield.
So you could place down the shield in certain spots, and on one peculiar spot, in the middle of the tunnel, if you go up to this right, you're able to place it down in a certain spot in which you're God mode.
Yeah.
Other than that,
there were areas you could like push yourself out of the map, like in the bus tunnel. Oh, bro. You could like even stay up on the side areas. Transit had so many freaking glitches. The 8-player glitch, one of the most iconic glitches ever on Transit, playing with 8 players, where you have to like disconnect your Ethernet and then plug it back in, and then 8 people would be able to join you. Iconic glitch. BO2 was infamous for glitches.
the shield spots.
And then the grief glitches as well, bro. And people figuring out how to bring PhD onto other maps. Oh, it was wild, bro.
Or like endless.
That's all been patched
and
now,
getting
though.
outside of the map. Another like glitch I would like to talk about is the lights. Once you beat the main Easter egg on Transit, it has like lights come out the beacon out the top, and the beacon lights go out to.
Oh yeah, and then the beacon lights would like go out to the box and the
mystery box,
lamppost.
actually.
Yeah, that was a glitch. They'd go out to this random door handle in the town as well. I remember NGT Zombies making a video about that. So many glitches on this map.
Like
this was glitch central.
It looks real enough to be a second Easter egg.
It really does, but it
you know,
it's just a glitch.
It's obviously not.
Yeah.
Moving on to Die Rise. Now, Die Rise,
Die Rise surprisingly didn't have a lot of glitches outside of like who's who in the Sliquifier. That was pretty much it.
If you didn't know, when it first launched, the wonder weapon on the map, the Sliquifier, was so OP it would be able to take out a whole wave of zombies. Now, Treyarch, for whatever reason, had to nerf it because they don't want their wonder weapons being too OP. I don't know, some stupid ass reason. But
yeah, basically they nerfed everything on Die Rise. That was the biggest glitch. They nerfed the hammer, the Type 25, and then obviously the Sliquifier.
There's a way you can revamp it back, and I think you can still do it to this day.
You can revert to day one patch.
Someone told me about this.
Yeah.
If you go to a certain neon sign on the map of Die Rise and shoot it with the Sliquifier, it will revamp back to its OG version.
Yes.
It just seems so specific that it had to be put in there by a developer on purpose.
I think so too, personally. It's so bizarre.
Going on to Buried now. Buried has a very funny glitch in which you're able to get Leroy.
Yeah, Buried has a ton of Leroy glitches, a ton of out-of-the-map glitches with the Paralyzer, a ton of glitches also with, like, the ballistic knife and, like, getting certain areas and all that. Buried has a lot of glitches just for, like, positioning.
Calm Arthur, you're a fucking disgrace to humanity. Jason Blundo should break in your home
what
and make
the?
you play Vanguard for 48 hours.
No! I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No.
What the heck?
Pay attention and watch the video. I'm sorry for, roasting you for a little bit, but it had to be done. Anyways, Leroy, if you pick him, you're able to get him to come to the factory on top of the map and Buried, like the spawn. You're somehow able to get him up there, and if you get him up there...
Basically, it's a weird glitch where you basically teleport him up there. I don't know exactly how you do it either, but I think it still exists.
He can run off the map and
be a complete idiot.
He dies. You never see him again. He might respawn back into jail, but
I think he just gets locked outside of the map for the rest of the game.
Don't know, because I've never seen anybody talk about what happens to him afterwards.
Buried is surprisingly very filled with very few glitches comparatively to Transit and Die Rise.
Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead, surprisingly, I couldn't find many.
Same thing with Mob. Origins has a ton of glitches, but Mob doesn't have too many outside of the free door glitch, obviously, with the grenades and all that. And then, I guess, grabbing the skulls.
Glitches on it. But I was able to find this little cool...
kind of it.
I want to call it a glitch. I don't really know. It might be just like a cool detail, but when you're going on the plane on the roof of Mob and you're leaving to fly to the Golden Gate Bridge, if you throw your Hell's Retriever / Redeemer, it will actually fly behind the plane, and the plane...
Oh, the classic Hell's Retriever. Yeah, I mean, that's a glitch.
Here will
that
get
counts.
it when they come back and land on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
like
that counts.
said, it just seems like a cool detail, but it also might be, a glitch.
I think I remember there was a way to get fully outside of the map on Mob too. There were a lot of those glitches back in BO2. Origins had them too.
Moving on to Origins. Origins has a couple
ton
of
of glitches
that I wanted to add.
The staff glitches, the freaking...
in here.
Oh man.
First things first is the Claymore Ice Staff glitch. Now, a lot of speedrunners, I think this is
Yeah, the Claymore Ice Staff, the Semtex on the red dig ups.
still able to do to this day because
A lot of the
round
glitches are
100
useful
I see
too. Like they're
for
very
Origins-
important.
Excuse me. Round 100 speedrunners for Origins seem to use this glitch like a lot because it speeds up the rounds and kills.
Yeah.
Basically, you shoot the upgraded, like, you hold down and release the upgraded ice staff down and pull out a claymore.
Yeah, a lot of BO2 had strange spawns for zombies, and so you'd be able to fully manipulate the spawns. And so I guess you could say that in and of itself is a glitch.
And the effect kind of follows your claymore around so you can direct.
Oh yeah, the claymore with the ice staff. So basically what the claymore does is when you whip it out on the ice staff, it will literally just cause the zombies to die faster. It skips the freezing animation, which is what makes it so that you can speedrun Origins really fast on around 100.
The attack.
That's
now,
really
like I
crazy.
said, I'm not sure how you do this. Maybe it's just as simple as
Literally, you just whip it out, and for some reason, it skips the animation.
shooting the ice staff
Yeah,
and pulling at
it's
your claymore.
One of the best
But
glitches
yeah,
ever.
Moving on, we're going to BO3. Now, BO3 has some
Shadows.
fucking glitches.
There were a bunch of glitches with the gobblegum, bro. There's a bunch of glitches also for like getting outside of the areas on the tram. Like the amount of speedrunning glitches as well. Like
First things first,
Shadows had a ton.
Since
BO3 had a
new
lot
mechanic,
because
it
of
seems like every
gobblegum.
time Treyarch makes a new mechanic, it seems to be buggy off the start. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, literally, like gobblegum being introduced added in so many glitches. I mean, that's basically what spawned in Codename Pizza's Mythbusters, man.
What was that? But they had the new specialist mechanic added to both multiplayer, campaign, and zombies. And we got the first specialist wonder weapon.
Yeah, specialists had a glitch where you could have unlimited specialists, bro. You could have unlimited ammo on certain stuff.
The Apothecary Blade.
Crazy.
Now, the Apothecary Sword, you could actually, the first effect of it, because there was two versions, the second version has an alternate effect in the first version, but the first version, the lightning slam down effect, you can use this effect to glitch you into other spots on the map, like higher up spots.
Right, because it like literally launches you up in the air. That's so busted, man.
I tried
That's
attempting
crazy.
it, but I couldn't get any good footage of it. Moving on, also in Shadows, there's the Beast mechanic, which is similar
Beast
to
mode's
the
so busted.
Afterlife on Mob of the Dead, but very different because you could do more with this. But a lot of speedrunners and people I see that play Shadows use this glitch a lot. You can swing onto different pillars on the map, right, to get you into higher locations.
The sword is also super glitchy. Even the upgraded one, there were a ton of glitches. Also, there was a lot of glitches with the most infamous one being the Pack-a-Punch of the Apothecary Servant. I mean, you used to be able to do that on this map.
But you could also like swing across the buildings. Somehow, I don't know how it's able to be done into other locations. One more glitch that I didn't know about. As you're seeing, if you throw trip lines onto the wall where you get these signs for the sword, it actually reveals them. I did not know about this one.
Oh, I didn't know about this either. What the frick? Bro, how was speedrunners not use that? I mean, you don't really need to now because you can just see the symbols regardless, but that's actually insane. What the heck?
This one was a
I never knew
way
this.
lesser known
Wow.
glitch. But yeah,
Wow,
it doesn't
that's
do
crazy.
anything significant. It doesn't tell you what are the correct signs, but it just reveals them. I think it's just pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, quite pointless, but it is pretty
Now,
interesting.
moving on to the giant on launch, after you, I think, turn on Pack-a-Punch or something, 3 glowing lights would show up in the teleporter C area. Now, a lot of people, similar to the, transit glitch of the lights from the beacon showing up in the box, people thought this was a second Easter egg on the giant. It wasn't, it was just a visual glitch.
Well, the 3 lights on the panel on the giant was for the 6th perk, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, the giant didn't have too much outside of a couple bugs, I think, with like the main Annihilator quest. But other than that,
As usual, people
pretty good.
overreacting.
I remember there being an XP glitch with that.
Moving on to Eisendrache, there's a way to get 2 VMPs. I don't know why you would want to do it, but there is a way.
Bro, the glitch to spawn in the second gondola under Eisendrache was ridiculous. The amount of freaking glitches as well at the boss was insane. The DG4 glitches with the invisible zombies. Their Eisendrache had insane amounts.
So it's kind of complex. I'm gonna try to explain it to you. And
also, like the plunger glitch back in the day, where you'd be able to grab the plunger without even doing the Easter egg.
I also have a video.
They had so many. And then Zetsubou. Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started on the glitches with the Thrashers, man.
You buy a VMP.
That was
already,
ridiculous.
Right? If you get it from the box, and then you go to the rocket testing area and make sure Pack Punch is over there. Put the VMP in Pack Punch. Run over to the wall buy VMP. Purchase that, run back to the Pack Punch one and pick that up. You should have 2 VMPs now.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. Because of double pap, I guess you were allowed to carry 2 of the same exact type of weapon.
I attempted doing this, as you're saying, and it didn't work for me. I think I messed up some way.
I feel like this has been patched. That's why. A lot of the BL3 glitches have been patched. Like, BL3 is a very glitchless game, other than certain maps.
But if you guys are able to do it, or if it's not able to be done still, I would love to know. There's also many glitches involving the, what's it called, like the low gravity room. People are able to get to higher up spots with small glitches on that map.
Anything low grav has a ton of glitches. Also, the rocket test glitch where you're able to start it every time you spawn in a power-up.
Going on,
there's a bunch of them.
This one.
Also, the shield used to be super glitchy. You'd be able to, like, launch you. I feel like it still can.
This one glitch is a very tragic glitch that a lot of players, including myself, have felt due to the Easter egg on Zetsubou. When you're upgrading the Masamune, or that is the upgrade version, the KT4, when you upgrade to the Masamune.
There were a bunch of spider glitches, bro, a bunch of Thrasher glitches. Zetsubou was super glitchy, but a lot of that has now been patched. The map plays phenomenally now.
You have to get one really bad piece, and it's like a plant that you put underwater, and you shoot it with the KT4. Now, when you shoot it, it grows, right? And a lot of players get stuck behind it, and
yes, that was a bad glitch, and that one still exists, unfortunately.
And drown and die and lose all their weapons and perks and whatnot.
There used to be a lot of Skull and Softway glitches, as well as a lot of boss fight glitches, where like the boss fight arena would just be really bad. It's all been fixed now for the most part, but
it's very tragic when that a lot of people
bunch of swimming glitches as well.
Going on the GK.
Yeah, really
GK
bad.
has many glitches as well. A lot involving the Easter egg, but the one I'm going to use for this video is one I also, happened to me firsthand. When
I feel like a lot of them are to do with the trophies.
In the in the part of the Easter egg where you're getting sorry, I'm kind of sick. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but in part of the Easter egg, you're getting a piece for the Easter egg by launching your dragon specialist outside in the map, and he picks it up and brings it back. But he sometimes drops it too early.
Oh, bro, yeah, that is a stupid glitch that they still have not fixed, where it can like literally break your run if you don't pick it up, bro.
So it gets stuck outside the map, just
that's
out of
so
arm's reach,
annoying.
and you have to quit the game. This happened to me. I think it was in my interesting facts video at the start. Fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
Go on to Revelations. We have...
I mean, the whole map used to be glitched. You weren't able to finish the Easter egg on PS4 for like 3 years until Treyarch finally patched it. Crazy, man.
Revelations crashing. Now, if you guys didn't know, Revelations was the longest Easter egg to do for a while. It still might be.
Yeah, Revelations started like the blue screen thing for BL4, and then BL4's glitches basically is just the color blue.
But this is due to it taking a week to be...
I mean, BL4 has so many weird glitches with like custom mutations and making all the zombies dogs and being able to... Oh, it was so bizarre. So many strange XP glitches and unlock glitches and... elixir glitches and talisman glitch. It was
eaten by speedrunners and
BL3 and BL4 had some
that is because,
bad bugs.
It was kind of unplayable. It would crash on some players doing it, and some of the Easter egg steps were too hard and their consoles couldn't handle it. This was eventually fixed, and now the Easter egg has been done multiple times. Moving on to BL4, I just realized we didn't have any non-Treyarch games in here.
BL4, I would say, is more glitchy than BL3 because of the fact that there's just some glitches that still have not been fixed and are extremely game-breaking. Even in just doing the regular Easter egg itself, sometimes you can just get locked out of the egg just because it'll be glitchy. terrible, man. BO4, we love
Then
you,
again,
but you
games are
glitchy,
usually
boy.
Glitches. So
Yeah, it's so
moving
true.
on to BO4, like I said, BO4 is similar to non-Treyarch games actually because it's basically glitching itself for how buggy it is.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of non-Treyarch games are also very glitchy too, except for like IW. IW is a very good experience.
The BO4 was unplayable on launch. Like every time the maps come out, they're very unplayable.
Like that's the thing. I don't think there's a lot of glitches just in general in the map. Most of the game-breaking bugs are from just the game's design, which is really sad.
And we noticed because of the infamous blue screens that a lot of content creators, especially Noah, have fell for. Essentially what the blue screen is that the maps aren't able to like handle, like the game consoles and the maps, the servers, everything's just so fucked up and it can't handle it and it just crashes in itself. But moving on in BO4, there's a lot of other glitches.
There were a bunch of glitches where like you could have the chaos characters inside of the ether maps and just it was so bizarre, like just all messed up.
Like I said, a lot of the round 100 glitches are for these maps. Like I think on Alpha Mega you can just spam, because they have weapon classes for this game, you could spam the ballistic knife over and over again and it would just instantly kill zombies up to round 100. But on Tag or Toten, there's a very funny one, I might add.
The zipline glitch. That's got to be the best glitch of the whole game. Because, yeah, there's, like, pile-up glitches. They have all the other glitches from the older games in BO4. But nothing beats the Tog zipline, man.
You get the Thunder Gun.
So
you go on the
funny.
Zipline down and shoot it, it will
just
actually
fly
spiral you out of
away.
control and launch you out the map. If you have a friend and they don't know about this glitch, I would recommend...
Unfortunately, it's been patched. So, like, again, a lot of these glitches have been patched. There are some that still are executable, like I would say mostly on BO1 and BO2, but for the most part, BO3 and onwards, most of the glitches were patched, considering now that, like, with BO3, YouTube was much more prevalent, and so when people would upload a glitch, like, it would come out and it would be like, for example, with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, where it's like, oh, duplicate your schematics, and then it gets patched in the next update. And then another update comes out where it's like, oh, here's another method on how to do it, and then it gets patched, right? And so most of the glitches after BO3, because of how popular YouTube was, ended up getting patched.
Trying this out within...
But the OG ones are still in the game.
Moving on to our final glitch, which is for Cold War. Cold War had, you know, another new...
Cold War was honestly one of the best launches for COD Zombies game. It was one of the least glitchy games I've seen. I mean, just granted, I guess because the game was so easy already, but there was a lot of chopper kill streak bugs, a lot of glitches also with just kill streaks in general. Xville had a bit of glitches.
Add a new mechanic.
Again, it's exactly what he's saying. New mechanic, new glitches.
And it bugs out the game. They had field specialists or field upgrades. I don't know.
All the field upgrades being buggy. Yeah.
But there was one in particular.
The coffin dance Easter egg being buggy. There were so many, bro.
Particular called Ether Shroud. And when you upgrade
Ether Shroud, you just be freaking able to teleport through the map half the time, bro.
Teleport you forward.
I know,
now,
bro.
A lot of players were able to
ridiculous.
glitch into spots they weren't supposed to be getting into by using this. And you can still do this on maps like D Machine, Firebase Z, Forsaken.
Yeah, there's literally now areas in Forsaken where it requires you to use it to get into certain spots. However, I feel like for the most part they have patched it. Cold War, I would say, out of all the games, is the least glitchiest. Vanguard had a ton of bugs. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies has just a lot of duplication stuff. It's different because it's literally a different game. It's DMZ Zombies, right? So,
and yeah,
it's got it completely different.
We're on the 30-minute mark, so I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, and like it's cool because I mean there was Tombstone glitches in Cold War, which then carried to Modern Warfare. You had a bunch of glitches obviously in Vanguard. But ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my man Noble Swag 13. That was the history of COD Zombie glitches. I did hope you guys enjoy. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in that next one, baby.